welcome back to my review of 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way, Season 6, Episode 16, Daughter of the Bride. So the first couple that we see is Dempsey and Statler. It's Statler's first day back at work online. She's having a few work issues and internet issues, and she's missing the proper adapter. So she's a little frustrated that things are not working right, and Dempsey is not, I guess, giving her enough attention regarding her online issues. And I don't know, Statler's being kind of passive aggressive, in my opinion, and Dempsey can feel that energy. So I think she did go outside and sit down to read a book, and that's when, Statler started making little comments about, boy, I wish I could do that, and I have to work. If I don't work, we don't have any money. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just separate already, please, you two. So later, Dempsey rides her bike into town to get Statler the things that she needs to perform her work while she is in the van. And so while she's out, Dempsey does do some sightseeing because she can work. She said that Statler can work without the adapter. She is not in a rush to get back. So she does a little bit of sightseeing. She goes up a mountain. And I think it's like an airlift that kind of lifts you up and takes you up to the mountain. So she got a chance to get out, and then she comes back. She decides to cook dinner for the two of them. Statler asked her how her day was, and she said it was good. She got out to sightsee a little bit. Because I think Statler noticed that she had been gone for like a couple of hours or whatever. But I mean, what was she supposed to do? Sit there and look at you while you work? Like, I would have been gone too. So, after after Dempsey cooks, she sits down and she just looks sad. And then all of a sudden she just starts crying. I'm like, oh, what's that about? So, I think they're just all just over the whole riding in a vehicle. I think for me, it would be a little bit hard to do work on a laptop in a vehicle and kind of focus. But because she had the laptop on her lap, and I like my laptops to kind of sit on a desk and I work. But oh well, that's not they don't have that option, so they are still working. But she does console her when she's crying. Statler consoles Dempsey while she cries. And, she says she loves her, but they both give me like mixed messages because they both are, I don't know. Like, I really was kind of hoping that they would do better on this adventure, but I just feel like they're the same every season. So I think this might be it for them. So next up, we have Shekinah and Sarper. So we know that Shekinah was at the hospital getting her nose surgery. He is awaiting her coming out of surgery. Next, we see her coming out of surgery. He's been very attentive to her. He's been, rubbing her hands and, kissing her on the cheeks. And like I said, very attentive. He gets her up to take her for a walk. And she does talk a little bit. I didn't think she would be able to really or even want to talk, but yeah, she does talk. She's excited, that he is taking good care of her, and she was just able to she was glad to see that side of him. So she's very happy. And yeah, that was that. Next up, we have Tata and James. Today, we do know that they're going for their second wedding in Indonesia. They already had the first one in the US, and this time they're having a wedding in Indonesia. So they're doing the food tasting today. And in their culture, it is very normal for the parents to come along with the food tasting. So they're tasting different foods, and The parents are giving their opinion. They don't seem to be offering to pay for anything, but they do have a lot of opinions about the foods, and they're wanting them to add on additional foods, which they really didn't um, put in their budget, so they're not really sure how they're going to do anything. Next off, James is asking Tata if this is a good time to. I think he said something like this. This might be a good time for me to talk to the parents about them not having any children. And she's still a little upset. She's like, well, don't ask me, ask them, talk to them. So he does. He starts to tell them, but of course, she's going to have to do a little bit of translating um, for him. And he tells the parents that right now, because of their finances, like, he really is not in a position to want to bring children in right now because of the world as well. And well, I think initially he told them he didn't want to have kids, and then she translates to them, and they're kind of like, well, what's the purpose of getting married? Won't you feel empty if you are just married and don't have any children? You won't have any legacy. And James tells his parents that he doesn't want children right now unless his finances changes. And they perk up a little bit after that, but I think he still doesn't want any children. That's just the bottom line. And I think Tata is over it. I did think she almost cried today, but she kind of held it in, which is the first time for her. So, yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, because I don't think that he ever wants any children. He may change his mind, but is she still going to be around at that time? So I'm not really sure if she'll stick around. I kind of think she will, because she does love him. But then again, I don't know, because she doesn't want to go to the US and he doesn't want to stay there. So somebody's going to have to give in, one or the other, or divorce, one of the two. So next up, we have Josh and Lily. So Lily spends time today with her daughter, who is in town. Josh and his brother, I think Jared, went shopping, and he went to kind of, I guess, show him a couple of spots that he obviously knows about at this time. The daughter, Lily shows the daughter her house updates, and they sit down and talk about Josh. And the daughter clearly does not care for Josh at all. Like, she's another one that's running with the same storyline as her mom. She keeps saying that Josh doesn't have a job to help her mom with anything. She feels that he takes everything for granted, and that he thinks he is a king. And I think what she doesn't know, or she's forgetting, just like Lily is forgetting, is that he cannot work. I'm confused as to why they keep running with this narrative that he doesn't have a job and he doesn't help out. Like, he can't. At this point, I don't know how long he's been there, but I don't think he was there to stay. I thought he was just there for like some weeks or a month, or just a limited amount of time that he was there. So I'm not really sure, but maybe he is staying there permanently. The daughter says that Josh has told so many lies. Before her mom was married to Josh, he changed his some type of dating app called WeChat. I'm not really sure, but it's a profile picture. He changed it to a Vietnamese woman. Josh claims the lady was his friend who passed away. And later they found out that the lady didn't actually pass away. The lady was his girlfriend at that time. So she says, if it were her, she would have kicked Josh out a long time ago. Yeah, well, we all feel the same way. Her daughter, her daughter's name is Vivian. So we all feel the same way, Vivian. We felt like she should have kicked him to the curb a long time ago. So next they all meet up for dinner together. Josh is able to meet Vivian, her daughter, for the first time in person. The daughter starts asking questions about, you know, the profile issue issue they had before. So I don't know. They begin to kind of go back and forth, and he's sort of being accountable for what he did. He's really annoyed, and I thought he was pretty rude to the daughter, um, telling her something like, that he wasn't that she doesn't like him, or that he wasn't talking to her. That, I don't know, it was just kind of disrespectful. The communication and the interaction he had with her daughter. He was like, "This is you and my mother's business," or something like that. He told Lily that, her daughter was going to ruin everything, and that her daughter was nothing to him. And I don't know, he was getting a little carried away and out of line. Like, his true colors were starting to show. And, Lily is starting to get a little angry and agitated. And she's starting to say, she's not sure. She said they need to think about it, if they were going to get married or not. She told Josh they need to think about it. I think she's still going to get married. I don't know why. I think they have too many issues between the two of them that are unresolved. And Josh is turning out to be a little bit different than of a man that I thought he was. I thought he was really nice and sweet, but he's just coming off really different than that. I'm not sure how long she's gonna put up with it, but we all know they all have different motives to get out of this, so who knows. So anyways, that's the end of that episode. Thanks so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, if you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, life has no remote. Get up and change it yourself. And I'll talk to you again. Bye.